that they began. Let's see if it is truly a new version of which we get from them today. Drone early from Cloud, just spotting out Hero, and then straight into the duel he goes, and Tomazi's debut on the Neon, not looking like the best of starts so far. It does go doing on the map. It's very relaxed towards B, as you can see right now. Koala on a much deeper line towards tower. The burst out of the B smoke, and you look at the utility on GX, some of that signature has come back up. The stun and the salvos dropping at the feet of Ruxic. Quick double kill, and still supported by that Sky Smoke. He's going to follow it up with Xiao's double. NAVI angle.
Needs to be careful. All alone. Drone will catch out. Has to try and swing and get something. But all he gets, res gone, all towards main. As the players of GX try to make their way on towards the site, hitting kill traps, and well, hitting a complete stop that NAVI have prepared.
What's the timing on the smoke? Do they clear it? No.
Watch the awareness. You can see GX being brought back. They've got an idea, and yet well thought about. GX get rid of any sort of problem that could come, although there's a late luck or a late flank coming through from NAVI on that top side. GX should know about it because of the traps.
He's getting cleared out by the Prowler as well, so NAVI making sure they've not missed a step here whatsoever, but it's another situation where the round opens up from Hero's aggressive positioning, the site falls from the Cypher setup, and now in terms of what they've got to come back in, I'm looking at full utility belts on 2 players.
West side getting rid of Koala as well.
One of them dead.
That's going to be massive. GX in prime position to convert, but oh no! There was just a slight chance if Tomazi was to miss out on that duel. It could
out right now, feels like west side towards Arcade. This is all just a fake towards B.
Operator still standing, still getting the entry pick. Koala, who's been so good before, has to go up against Tomazi. West side on the other side of the map opens things up.
And it's huge because now he has so much more freedom to lurk, but GX need to make this push work, and Koala's managed to get one on the way back out.
Time is getting low. You look at towards the map and where everybody's looking, it's in different avenues. A 1v1 towards the B site. Well, the spike goes down on A. Armageddon used to try and push players out.
It's a brilliant clear from Ruxic though, he hung around long enough. NAVI now have an advantage coming back into the retake, and GX are playing from sight.
Yeah, both players stuck. No means of escape. You look at Ruxic holding on towards CT as Cloud tries to go explore, and Tomazi left all alone and needs to stand tall. You can see him peeking with the idea and instead gets caught. Now a 1 versus 3 for Cloud to try and clutch. Has salvos if he can try and waste the time, but it isn't a clean fight, not whatsoever. NAVI, they'll find a third.
It's such a big round to win as well when GX to counter that in a sense. So you are really looking at a lot of that utility.
Ruxic, push forward once again. We've seen him try and play a position like this before. This time gets the value from his position. But that's no more smokes in the round for NAVI.
With a spike drop, there's 2 players behind this as well. So as soon as Purpo falls, then it's a problem. Because look where everyone else is.
You're about if-buts and maybes here, right? We need definites.
Okay. That's not bad, and Cloud's managed to pick up his favorite gun. It's the Guardian back in his hands, but Angel is just so hot off the mark.
To one another. Instead of a bridge crunch, we're getting the other side this time from NAVI. Ultimate invested, Koala's deep on it. The smoke dropping has worked out. West side getting rid of Koala Noob, and even an orbital strike invested. NAVI come out the better of it, but they've used a lot of ultimates to try and get that advantage.
Won't matter if they can seal this one here as GX are down to their last 3 players, and with little money left over, NAVI are beating them at every single gunfight, and so it falls on the captain. Cloud fulfilling this role since stage 2 last year, but he doesn't have enough in the tank to take the rest up to the level. It's NAVI with a team performance.
Yeah, and the big thing for me on that round is the fact that you see where NAVI want to invest a retake.
Side can have huge value coming in here late as well, but NAVI have already grouped up 4 players strong to try and fight this position. Blind is Angel, yet he walks away with the first of those kills. Runner trading in kind, but still NAVI holding on to the space.
What's GX plan here? I mean, they've traded out evenly, getting rid of Koala Noob. But, I mean, the fact that this is going to end up being a crunch on the site, NAVI need to be careful.
Lot onto Ruxic here. He wins this duel, and so much pressure alleviated. West side first bullet connects instantaneously, and the follow-up is there too. And so now Hero is the last one left, made to stew in this. The signature, the signing of the off-season.
I mean, he has neural theft here, but I don't think he'll want to use it.
Yet to have his hero play so far in this NAVI side, and back on the Sentinel role. He is bested by his start to clear away some ground. It's Ruxic who doesn't have contact. The smoke is everything, and already GX want to bypass it.
Oh, Tomasi managing to get Angel, who was playing around the smoke. Ruxic on site. Still holding on to 2 flashes. They can engage when GX need to. At the same time, look at NAVI, where they're going. They're pathing towards Arcade, trying to create another and we're going B. You know what I mean? Like,
it's very messy as well, I think, but he hangs on for long enough, and with 30 seconds left to spare, the spike goes in, but NAVI are up close, and here's the showstopper.
And it goes. Tomasi gone. Players up from drop west side. He gets one, but can't quite get the second. And now Runner looking to be burned on site. Neural theft to tee him up. And quite frankly, doesn't look to capitalise on it. The stun just delaying NAVI more and more. GX, I mean West Side, he's known about holding on, and this is just delay upon delay. You're looking at the utility that GX still have in pocket. And that value will be massive coming into these last couple seconds as the molly's dropped, and Runner has already done so well from his position. It's looking like it could all be done here, and it's possible towards A, faking it out, and well, the smoke's dropped. Locking out GX goal. West Side needs to be careful of the angles, and he'll be able to get...
And we already know how strong GX look from these positions.
Yeah, I mean, post-plants, the utility there is absolutely sublime. Nice combination of utility, and NAVI suddenly open up the site. Chaos ensues, a classic right-click, and now Cloud from main, trying to play in West Side, who's still in towards Arcade. You're waiting for that activation as NAVI get on towards the spike, playing for the salvos first, the delay being worked for. West Side once again providing value and providing GS.
That's important to NAVI. You come back from 10 rounds down against some of the region's best. It says a lot. Now into this execute, well, feels like more of the same from NAVI. Players stuck on an island. It's Ruxic that's got to hold the line.
And he just can't quite get it to work. Yeah, players facing up, trying to stand up and be counted, and I mean they're only being counted in the kill feed at this moment in time. I mean, yeah, Koala still has this rifle, but he's not being brought onto an angle that he'll find any value from it. This is looking like another GX round, unless there's to be something magic.
Koala already has his first, but plenty more to be done in that regard. Runner's already spotted out the position with the stun prepared. He's forced to disengage. Further ground lost by NAVI, as the weight carried by their feet is swallowed in. It felt like he was supportive of him as an individual, and already, look, NAVI are fighting multiple fronts here early doors.
Yeah, they're being proactive, looking to try and get something. Angel playing on the front foot, gets rid of Tomasi, but realistically, the utility trade-off is so much better for GX.
And they're preparing the Rolling Thunder. There's nobody in the site, so do all too much. The orbital strike does take players off the line where the trap was set up, but Hero's still able to walk
towards A, and West Side could easily be caught. Now, look at this, the player's close by.
There is a slight adaptation from West Side because he's just dropped into the corner here and actually completely overlooked his chance to get the first. He'll find it onto Ruxic. One more required of him, but it's Hero this time that will win out between the Cyphers. A duel which had been going the opposite way time after time, but NAVI get it when they need it most.
What one? Tripwire destroyed.
Starting off in the pistol. You can see it's a split play from NAVI. Already West Side needing to deal with the first of those players. It's Ruxic that goes in solo, but the combo back to re-engage is beautiful. Simply sublime. West Side already with 2 kills picked up, and he's made it a third before the round has even come to a conclusion, which feels slightly foregone. Hero does respond and has chance now to pick the spike back up and reposition himself. GX are getting active and starting to re-clear some of this themselves.
This is good, although Hero he's standing waiting, but he's thinking they're coming through. Door doesn't look the right way. Purple will get the last.
Executed on by GX.
Tomasi has not had a good first half, but looks to do better on the second. GX opening things up.
Feels like an empty threat for NAVI right now.
Yeah.
15 seconds and they are yet to push this choke.
Yeah, I mean, there's still got to be an attempt from NAVI, you would expect, and as they do attempt, the rest of GX will come in.
Is currently set up towards A. It's a Cypher play B, and close to the smoke is where Purpo looks to make the play.
Playing across, lovely entries into the round, west side, two of his own. And well, NAVI with absolutely nothing, they're all hot on the heels, GX. They're not letting these players get out on towards the site, not at all. Ruxic, who was holding on to the spike, will go, and now Hero will as well. Tamaz managing to survive, and he's escaped.
Marcy and Runner here. The players required to try and do that, and oh, he's certainly going to be saying another word which isn't Portuguese in just a moment, as Ruxic's already managed to chip away one. Second player would have been nice, but nice isn't to dish, and yeah, they want to follow through on the position of Koala Noob. He's calling to the rest of his team. B is as open as it gets, and in fact, I've got a Vandal in my hands now as well to reinforce it. Hero falls, and that's just going to buy a little bit more time and attention from GX.
Need to be aware, they must have an idea that a player has been deposited towards that B side, and Koala can't make good of his position though.
There's a flank coming in the meantime as well. Cloud setting up to just close this vice grip, which GX seem to have found for themselves on the map so far. Shao getting one back. In fact, Angel as well. Na'Vi suddenly showing signs of life in this eco round. Often they're the ones who get done with inferior weaponry, but this time rolling it back themselves. Shao has a rifle though.
Yep.
A Vandal in his hands. Playing from the corner, yet to be cleared. The plant isn't open, and so Runner's just going to stick this all the way through. Shao can't get on the angle in time, despite his best efforts. It's Rex.
Still waiting for NAVI to try and get out, but relay bolts in towards Molly's. It doesn't work out. West side's going to wander, and once again his shorty's come out on top. Although Ruxic on the other side has managed to open up the B site, and NAVI can get that spike down.
West side wasn't quite on the same page as his teammate, so it is an opportunity now for NAVI. They've got a little more time to set up in post, and look at the tools that they're working with. Molly on Ruxic, and well, that's about it actually.
I mean, they'd also have the orbital strike. I mean, that's the Rolling Thunder gone, so there's no sort of delay anymore. It's just got to be the players standing up tall and making sure of it. GX clearing all the corners, again, dotting their I's, crossing their T's, making sure to pay attention to all the small details. Now you've got to wait for Ruxic's Molly, as the orbital strike has bought enough time. Runner good on it, Hero as well. And now, yep, there it is, the Molly that will buy so much time right now. A tap of the spike to bait out Ruxic's peak. I mean, the fact that GX have been so proactive, it makes complete sense that they would be proactive here once again to try and get an Armageddon, etc. online. Koala Noob just sent flying in. Knocks up Cloud, and well, Rolling Thunder back to re-engage. Overdrive as well, the utility is spot on. And Runner, who's played absolutely amazing so far this map, follows it up. Hero now trying and grab this back, but he's up against three, has it?
He is, manages to find the first, second, and third! Yeah, Hero managed to find 3 kills in the previous. Cage goes up in the corner, yet to be cleared, just waiting for them to run into his crosshair, and it's Tamazi that takes him down. But in the meantime, Na'Vi have found themselves a free B site.
Yeah, the ultimate is going to be used though. Both ultimates. Koala Noob has no way to escape, and Cloud's got 2! Oh, this is going to be massive. Spike is down in the meantime though.
Ruxic left to his own devices. He's the one that picks up the slack and the Guardian in his hands. Westside nails him to the corner of B site as GX reacted brilliantly to what NAVI did in that round. Just when they thought they'd found an opening, GX knew in the back of their heads that was the concession, and then the retake. Loud as an IGL in the way that he calls, likes to be on Initiator, where some other players would prefer to be a little more hands-off, as straight in to the A main fight. Tamazi has racked up yet another, continually building confidence as you can feel the electricity flowing through his veins. It's only an eco that they stand up against right now, but GX finding this could take them to map point on their opponent's pick.
At the same time, you look towards the space that Navi's been able to grab towards that top side, and finding the entry as well. This A side of the map is going to be a lot more interesting for NAVI.
Thunder queued up. Xiao is just ready to respond to any play from Sand. Hero continuing to backpedal as it's a double tap
the reload
on the spike plant from Dish. In he goes with the Sheriff, and it's not the kind of thing that you want to take a second look at. But very soon we could be sent to the VOD review screen as GX are closing in on this map now.
No Molly either, there's no sort of delay. Navi have to just win out the gunfights.
Hands on deck on the site. Roxix found the first of those jewels. He's been mechanically sharp so far, but needs to continue to hone that blade. 3 already picked up on the rope. No rest for the Wicked, straight into the next round, and it looks like another A main duel. Tomazi stunned up this time. Where do you go? You look to Cloud for support. It's on A. And while the backstab is hovering above their shoulder blades, you've got to try and fight forwards here, and Tomazi will attempt to do exactly that. It falls in vain. Angel getting one back, and now Purpo in Sand, given the squeeze as Heroes drop from the other side. GX made them look second best.
I mean, right, they've taken their time to get this spike down, spamming out. Oh, the delay!
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's a lovely combination.
Feels like perfect anti on the position of the plant as well. Navi do manage to get it in.
I mean, but there's no more utility for Navi either.
Yeah.
They're going to have to win their gunfights.
GX is set up perfectly for this. Another potential winning retake on the cards, unless the Sheriffs can offset it. Shift the balance in their favor, open positioning to try and play back into, but Hero has to clear this smoke if he wants to give it a go, and the shots won't land. A stick behind the veil of the smoke as GX will pull. Continuing to relay back to the rest of his team that it could be here, there, or anywhere as Koala goes diving in.
Yeah, I mean, nice trade out from Navi all in, but fight was not pretty whatsoever. A little bit of peace, but I mean, at the same time, Cloud's been able to survive at the back of sight, and there's players coming in to hit support.
Hero just funneling bullets back into the magazine as he drops off just a little bit more. Solo here with the spike could be in a difficult situation, but he does brilliantly. An admirable effort makes it a 2-on-2 yet again, and with Tomazi arriving late, so are Navi. There's only 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a real stall out. And with that being said, Tomazi still has a blind side to play in West Side.
Oh.
One enemy
It's a brilliant setup. West Side only able to get one. Roxic does get chipped down, but now Tomazi in the one-on-one. Reposition Roxic into the corner next to the map. Tomazi has to be so diligent to clear this, and he's not looking on the right line.
Going down, it's 4 from GX to come back in on. Again, remember, Navi has a... they've been anti-ecoed a few times, but with Angel getting the first pick, you'd think Navi are in the prime spot.
Looking like it. Angel racking up bodies as the first
Of Tomazi. So to hold on towards that space while Navi explore through mid.
Oh, but Koala is the one on the prowl. 2 kills to open up the side. Fury coming in to clear backside with the salvos. West Side with a side step, managing to survive a little bit longer. Can't quite lock onto another target as Koala Noob has already found his third. And so any fears of this round going against Navi would have been settled if it wasn't for Tomazi on the site.
Still has 1 TP to work with, right? But still, it's 3 players he needs to try and find.
It's a cautionary placement of it as well, so if that doesn't say enough about his intent right now, I don't know what does. Already spotted out by Navi, caught in the midst of multiple players. Tomazi on a tear.
I mean,
Third
still have
kill.
that well.
It's going to be the stun instead, the Nova Pulse that drops, the Nano Swarm beyond it. Tomazi's out of options. As good as some of these shots look from him,
No way.
you can't build the performance off the back of just one player. This one is already done. He's found 4 kills, but the line of the wall.
It's a big 1 versus 1. Angel trying to hold on, but the crosshair was well above Tomazi's head.
In the previous couple of series. But here you are short-handed for weaponry. Couple of pistols, quick flood coming in, 2 kills, clapped back by Navi, and a third from Angel to make themselves in a similar position. But when they get to 5v4s, that conversion is, you know, aided a whole lot more by the fundamental play that they have. And into the next rifle round, it's back to A main they go. GX will have bodies on the line once more. They have struggled so far. Every single shot from Na'Vi hit in the back of the net. That has to change. And Runner has started it off with positive signs.
Yeah, Armageddon online as well, something to come back in on.
30 seconds
And on
left.
top of that, you look at GX, they're playing more reserved. They want to play for this retake.
Should have salvos for the corner as well. That gets placed towards Angel, and he's on a plate. Cloud served up. Further success by his initiator pairing as Runner goes up. It's wide of the mark. Cloud with the trade, and now Hero in yet another clutch. First kill isolated. How many more can he be given? The Nano will delay for a little bit longer, at least pull a player off of the spike for now. As the belt goes empty, he needs results. The spam through the corner of the newsstand isn't bearing him any good news whatsoever. It is laboured, but Hero, mid-reload, manages to snatch back yet another, and while the spike is halved, it's not going to get down to 20 seconds yet again, and GX have shown they're willing to stack bodies. It won't be the case this time. It's only Tamazi. He will fall, and so Na'Vi have some comfort now in terms of this spike plant, and it's only going to get better once Hero finds that one onto Runner.
I mean, I don't know about investing this Hunter's Fury towards an eco round, especially when you've lost the first two picks.
And it's a potential counter to the lockdown gone. Not going to see it in this round, that's for certain. Cloud does have an answer, as does Ruxic. Just one revealed in the open, and Na'Vi starting to show signs of GX on the previous. It's all a little isolated, and that's where Westside thrives. First tap coming in from Cloud. Signature util, it's the salvos and the recon to just try and remove players from position. Shao considering investment of the ult to try and win this one for his team. He is going to have it secured in the end, but so costly for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I mean, that's the retake and found no one. Navi are on long.
Well, we're back to square one, and let's just take stock of the utility really quickly. Purpo doesn't have a single star. Tamasi does have a killer now, and you've got to go now.
I've said this before, Navi have struggled with crunch time.
Huge.
Both cosmic divides being used, but Hero's the one that comes out on top. Sure, there's one back, but remember, Tamazi's in his ultimate, and now it realistically comes down to a 1 versus 2 with the Euro that has to work on his operator.
It's not called a timeout because they found themselves in multiple situations like this. 9 out of the 10 players in the server currently set up on B, the first of which to jump the gap would be Koala, but he's going to fall. GX starting to go through the gears. Westside collecting another kill with his Sheriff as it lands the shot, but it's a 2-on-2, and it's job not done yet. Na'Vi nailing in yet another. Hero, the one who holds the hammer. It hits the anvil yet again, as expected. Purpo's chance to shift things in their favor. Hero within striking distance, as you say. But Purpo not yet given the chance, and now you have to deny the ult.
Have to go and try and fight it. Has the turret for contact, and Hero knows this. A 1v1, which Purpo will be able to win out. Finally, GX get the first round, and it's actually after a timeout.
Yeah, we saw the exact same thing as well, so there is further layers to this, and Koala Noob has to TP in naturally. It's not out. He's now stuck in the corner and spammed within an inch of his life. So no entry Na'Vi, no duelist, and they're forced to call the play.
Yeah, they've seen that before. The adaptation spot on. Still a little bit of stall. Na'Vi not comfortable with the position they have on site.
Shao up close, looking for the duel. Can't find it. Runner responding as GX are in tow. A second round now prepared as they've managed to do exactly what was required of them. From the timeout, the read is spot on. The previous one only adding fuel to the Na'Vi fire. Ice bucket dropped from GX from the timeout, prepared for jump spot as the operator has finally been revealed. Fighting a war on both fronts. The players have already made it out from elbow.
They have that engagement on long is what GX were hoping for. Now Cloud is the only one to hold on towards backside. That Armageddon used to keep him protected, and he is. But now he has to clutch up. It has to be an ace clutch, which does not work out in his. Well, with that being said, straight into the B site.
Guns out, rifles in hand for the GX players, needing to win this one if they want to see any more of that. As the final round of the half comes up, it's trades inside the site beyond the wall. Westside still in the corner, but in terms of utility to flush him out, well, Shao's without salvos. So there's really little to bank upon here. Tamasi with yet another kill that just pushes that boat out further as Ruxic tries to reintroduce himself. It's a flash Chow in the corner that will fall flat on his... He can set up more here, you can see. Back of Art, op in hand. Players peeking in, and with the recon broken, this would have been his chance, but Runner just disposed of. Means it's another 4 versus 5 for GX from Art. This time, they want to fight into middle, and with Cloud's ult teed up, it's a Purpo double this time. Angel will be the one to do it. Risk adverse at times.
Cloud is on his own.
Up close, as the spray comes in, it's a brilliant bait. Angel with the first of those, and Chow following it up.
It's now a 2v2. This is winnable now for Navi, considering the utility they have.
Angel's managed to get out from the divide though, so already this reposition could be deadly. Dropping in is Tamasi and Chow picking up the pieces, supported by his cap. Good deep info, which has forced Navi to readjust the setup ever so slightly. Now account for main a little more heavily as the A site offensive is starting to come through. Hero with another opening pick. Navi in a great position. We've already got a couple of bodies backside, and while Purpo has managed to find one on the fadeaway, now Westside starts to get into position from Art.
Hoping he activates soon though, and when he does come in, it's Navi who get the pick.
Westside with one, Koala Noob another. Still 3-on-3 and the team's feeling slightly inseparable. Navi continuing to backfill the space as they have so much support. This network backside means the spike can't go down until more blood is spilled, and it's GX's own, which is going to hit the canvas. Bloodied and bruised once again. Westside doesn't have the time or the tools. A couple of players from the pit. He'll find the first of those, but Angel's on
this site to GX. And at the same time, like, you can see that they've got Koala Noob, who was just checking extra angles up on B, but the GX have pushed forward.
They certainly have. Hero fighting 2 with his Ghost. Where are the guns in GX's hands? This force felt necessary, and it's finding the value. Dropping back to the support in main, it's a long road that Navi have to walk to win this one.
You have the Outlaw, but with Hero being so low, and Angel managing to make the Stinger work at close, wrong range.
Yeah. Float like a butterfly, sting
time.
Or like a stinger. Angel able to get one more, but Hero now 1 versus 2. This is where the realization starts to set in. This gun is better saved more than anything else. Well, they'll get the one onto Westside as you try.
This time round, been a lot more reserved, and look at the space that Navi have been able to grab in mid after that close was used.
Yeah, but look at Westside. He is effectively the turret here. They don't have a killjoy, but it's about to be able to leverage 4 over the head of Angel. He spots, quick face check, falling back onto a deeper line of cover. Nice shot from Angel. We all remember the Navi Sheriffs. They've always been a strong suit. How many more of those do we end up with? It's only Angel holding on to one right now, but the stall has been fantastic, and now players in position. 15 seconds and things get worrying.
Yeah, that is when things get worrying, because if you can deny the spike, you can deny the round. That's not the case at all. It's the Bulldog, a Ruxic.
That plan that can win the round for you. Something which they've also been focusing on as well quite heavily as protocols, and already as A main is taken, they do not disengage fully. It's Angel following it up with a rifle in his hands this time. Numbers Navi, but how much longer can he live on this box?
I mean, this 2v2 and A main is going to be massive. Westside still to come in late through Art, but it's how long can GX hold on to this side of the map? Instead, they get the first pick after that initial engagement, and they look to disengage.
Shao would have heard those steps just scurrying away as well, but it just feels so volatile. The position A, making sure that Ruxic is clearing towards Art, as his drone will do exactly that in main, just reinforcing the ideas of where these players are. And Westside, his first duel, Hero catching Cloud in his utility, but still not capitalizing from it. The darts landed in a weird place, so it's not going to scan at all. And while Westside has been noted, Hero only getting one on the way back in. And so Shao, tasked with clutching another round. His salvos can deny the plant for just a moment, but it's repositioned, and they are holding on as he makes his way back in. He will fall, and so jump map. But with the gap being there of Shao in Art, no real big rotation has been called. That Angel's still just denying with the immediate reactive ult. and getting a double tag on the second hit.
Yeah, this is really big chip damage. Rooksik's trying to rush in, but gets caught by the blind side. It's just not working out at all. GX have managed to fight their way back in. The lockdown baiting out another player into the crosshairs of NAVI. The spike needs to stabilise this round.
Hero laid up onto yet another kill as well. You've got to come back in against the Cosmic Divide.
Hero's been managed to bomb out a player as they swing out. Runner needs to clear!
Side.
Straight towards the backside as well, and his combat combined with the Armageddon, forcing players out. Tomasi back there, gets the entry kill.
Huge combination. That sets up the play. Xiao's going to watch that TP cut past him, and immediately the game is up for Tomasi. One back. Hero still holding on. 2 kills from him. Is it going to be enough? Seems to be the case right now, and the support from where those players sit right now, and as the drone gets traded, this is when you make the play through the double door.
Yeah, but what the players are doing that? Look at Purple, he's sitting waiting! But NAVI are able to get what they were looking for, a double kill, and it looks even worse!
Talking about before, it's those players, that old dynamic, deadly duo of sorts that could do it for you, but here it's gone. 3 kills off the back of his own flash, and with Xiao in support, it's all but over. Tomasi hitting the ground. Another one holding on to it, up into ramp. GX searching for their first pistol since Fracture. NAVI in a brilliant position to execute on order yet again, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Koala in the heavens, supported by Angel coming in late, and so twice as many players already out of that first engagement, and the spike dropped, yet to be collected.
How do you even get back into it? I mean, looking through, yeah, but look at this, the Avengers assemble. Straight from the top.
If you were going to use a near sight, Vents is probably the last place to find effectiveness from it.
The worst part is, right, if you peek in towards getting that spike, you're probably going to be seen in.
Starting as he means to go on from that pistol, and well, GX, as they do continue onwards, it's an aggressive piece, which falls flat very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, this is falling flat all across the map. Players looking to, I guess, get engagements, but it's easily dealt with for right now for NAVI. An in-zone flawless.
Little time really to stress the details, to remedy this attack side, and so they go into a loaded A site. Plenty of NAVI bodies here, black and yellow shirts to help support. Koala off the back of Rookzik with his utility in tandem. The Paranoia could have just set up for yet another kill instead. It is the Vice Wall, which has caught Westside. The Tether has noted his position. The spam, fortunately enough, though, has not landed. 20 seconds.
Yeah, look at NAVI, though. They're setting up a crossfire, a lovely activation on the arc. Being very aggressive in how they're peeking into this one.
An initial drone not really getting the value either. Angel out in the open. Confident, as ever. Can't blame the guy, because GX have just not been punishing it. They are always dropping in these early engagements.
Same time though, NAVI, they must have heard that TP from the Omen, so they're going to re-clear his space. And, well, Purple gives away another pick towards NAVI. They did have control of main, but instead repositioning on the site, looking to brawl.
Angel the first of those bodies that drops. Can there get any better than this? No! GX, a volley of kills. 3 back from them to stop NAVI going any more than just their 3rd round. This be a little bit out of character. GX looking for a foothold. Rookzik does take 1 back, so it's a 2-on-2. And as isolated as Hero feels with the stun, the players reposition without the open plant. GX a grouped up pillar. And Hero's just going to dispatch them both.
GX are in the prime position to go and deal with the round. Again, they let go of another advantageous spot.
Having a bit of a poke through the cage. Left unanswered. There's a Paranoia for the site execution, but Tower's where the duel goes down. It's Koala Noob's showstopper, which is put to rest early. The fuse cut short. Westside with a double. Still, GX in control by 1 player. but they haven't yet hit the site. Look at the control, which Na'Vi currently hold on to. 2 players still playing from elbow. One of them, Xiao, trying to walk his way out from screens to support Hero. Doesn't need it! Hero with a double.
Spike down A.
And Westside left by himself, scratching his head, wondering, how have I found myself in a solo position yet again?
I think we're all scratching our heads and thinking about that.
He's managed to disengage for now, and the paranoia only helping to do so further, and there is support for Na'Vi now.
Yeah, Seas is brilliantly placed. Xiao getting one, but there is a trade on to Angel. As now Navi comes straight back in. Spike completely lost, completely cold. And how did GX get back up towards Heaven to collect that?
Well, Puppo has the ult, so that's one way to do it, and he's going to quickly snatch it back. Last time we saw this 2-on-2, it was a similar setup from GX. Got to be aware of the walkout spawn, and the cam has checked it this time.
Both players now walking to swing out towards CT rather than getting this fight down. And it's just...
They do have a couple of these ults queued up to hit the A site. The first is the Yoru, and well, it's only just spotted a player making that cross towards elbow, and Koala gets away with the kill.
Yeah, and this is something that's been really good from Navi. The protocols, being able to play off-site. GX have got onto it, but Spike's still in Heaven. They've completely left it. The Breach was left trying to use the Rolling Thunder, and calamity right now for GIANTX as Navi look to deal with them. Cloud bringing it back to 2v1.
But where have we seen this before, Cairo? Hero to close.
Oh, sorry, the kickoff and how that happened. Like GIANTX looked so much better. They were winning consistently up towards 8 or 9 rounds.
GX into the late round once again, and you're hitting another stacked site. Na'Vi are so prepared for this. The utility is there. They'll be ready for the flood out elbow when it comes, but that's if you don't already stop them in tower.
I mean, Angel's just walked out in towards main and got a pick as all players were looking towards Heaven. And again, Navi are happy to give this up. They're playing towards CT. And GX look as if they're scratching their head for a way to get onto the site.
Enemy remaining.
Hero again. Always this guy at the end of the round. But so many fates already settled, as that will be his first death on Split. Still a 3 versus 1 for Cloud to try and digest, and he's got no time we've seen of the stage so far. Given a little bit more to work. GX coming out the back of matches against top contenders. Now Na'Vi seeming to fit the mold of that themselves. Hero with 2 more kills on a site hold. A story which is constantly repeated as we flick through the pages. It's the same wall of text as the wall of 5 players stand between Westside and a miracle, which just isn't happening today, round after round. Okay, we have a little look mid at the start, and that's exactly the same look we're going to get from GX here. There's always a counter, and this time it comes in the form of Koala. First picked up, even Angel winning against the Stinger. Make sure that they clear out the garden. That's where Ruxik's currently holding on to the op. Xiao that ends up getting spotted, but now where'd you go? Okay, you're in defender spawn. We've still got purple in tower, but you have to win these fights. And so it's into the meat grinder that GX go. Purple left chasing. Doesn't have his ult this time to try and pick up that precious cargo. And so Koala releases the nade and pulls the pin on what is a round done and over with. A foregone conclusion, as many of these have been. It's cool to make that play and say, yeah, let's run in spawn, but you can't plant the spike there. And I think
Be proactive.
this is one of the ways to create that pressure, scaling towards A with the tools that you have, Purpo smokes, the cages, but it all comes back to that mid-duel yet again. It doesn't look like anything's changed, Cairo. I'm concerned for GX right now. In fact, I'm terrified. The utility seems to be a little bit better as Navi are hounded down towards the back of the site, but time is low. Just like you say, there isn't enough. Any time would be great, but like you say, I don't think GX know what to do with it. It's Tamazi, the last one left. He needs to get the stow, and so really, the value isn't gained. He's not going to get cleared. It's another direct sight hit. And Hero, fully blinded, has walked away with murder.
Yeah.
And they're still not past the post, right? Tomasi's the only one in sight. He has 32 HP. He's dead. Salvos drop, and what happens? Koala inside the smoke with the shorty getting at least one back, but there's twice as many players. The last one left to West side.
He's been in this position twice in 2
It
weeks.
does. What, in 3 series?
Yeah.
God forbid. Can Navi see it over the line? It's Koala Noob again. The most first blood success rate of the top 5 duelists, and he's going to keep doing it. Hero with 2 more kills, as it's been said multiple times. Purpo was the last player left on B. It's happening before our very eyes. A Westside 1vX, but this time it's to stop pure embarrassment.
It's been a similar storyline, time and time again, week to week. GX are looking down the barrel of a 13-0, and NAVI are the ones to